Hello guys, we are here for video 2 in this, I guess since we're doing a second video, it's a series now, baby, where we go book thrifting. I live in Austin, Texas, and here we have this wonderful magical thing called Half Price Books, which is a bunch of, it's like a series, a chain. I don't know, they're in different states, I know that. It's a chain of used bookstores where they have a bunch of books, obviously, at a lower price. They also have new books at a lower price. And something super fun that they did this past holiday season, I don't remember the exact dates that they were doing it, but if you spent $30, you got like a coupon book with a bunch of 10% off coupons, and there was a bunch for January and February, and now the new ones just started for March and April. So I have about 5 or 6 of these burning a hole in my pocket, and I thought, what better way to use them than to film another? Is book thrifting worth it? Last time we found some crazy great savings, but also last time was when Half Price Books was doing an additional, I think, 20% off sale. So with my 10% off coupon, it's about 10% less of a discount than last time. So we'll see a more everyday comparison in the prices. And with that being said, we're going to get going because we need to hit up a couple of stores before we go get lunch, and the husband is a hungry boy. I'll try to get some clips while we're in the stores, and then whenever we get home, I will put together a spreadsheet with what I paid versus what the prices are on both Amazon and at Barnes & Noble, so you can see, are we really saving 50%? Who's to say? Let's go find out. So we're experiencing really crazy high winds currently. Found one book so far. But when we walked in, they informed us that the power keeps going out. If the power goes out, they can't check anybody out. So I'm going to try to be quick here because the power's currently on. So I'm not going to do a super thorough look of this store because I'm stressed. Okay, I got 7 books at the last store. We're at the next one. And hopefully we find some good things, baby. We're in the YA section seeing if there's anything. Basically, I've talked about this in a couple of videos. I have all of the, or I had at one point in my life, all of the Ellen Hopkins books. HHH. I don't think they have it here. But a girl I was friends with borrowed them and then lost them. So I've been slowly trying to replace. Oh, there they are. I think Fallout might be the one I need. I gotta go check. Finding all the deals and steals, and I need to get out of here. I think we're only gonna go to this store and the one we just went to because I'm killing it with all the finds. Need some dictionaries. One time I came here and they accidentally charged me for like 8 Spanish English dictionaries, and I was like, not me. But I think that's gonna be all she wrote. Chris's reaction is gonna be funny. He usually sits in a chair in the back. Oh, here he is. Let's see his reaction.
Baby, what is this? Holy shit.
Okay, I gotta go. Bye. All right, guys. It is many hours later. I have my spreadsheet pulled up with all of the info that we can need. If you did not watch the first installment of this series, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull a book out. I'm gonna tell you what I paid for it, which will be a little bit different than the price on the book because I did use a 10% off coupon. Then I will tell you what the book cost on Amazon and then on Barnes & Noble. Then at the end, I will tell you my total spent today versus what it would have cost on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and the percentage saved. And it's crazy, okay? It's crazy. This is in no order. I literally just chucked them in here. This was over 2 stores. And there's tons in the area. So I could have gone really to so many more and gotten so many more books. I think we got 17 books today. That's crazy. Okay, the first book that I picked up, and I'm not going to go over like synopsis or anything in this. This is strictly a like thrifting, does it save money, is it worth it video. First book I got was Unwind by Neil Shusterman. This is a YA dystopian. YA books tend to be a little bit cheaper. This book that I picked up, I paid $4.94 for it. It's currently on sale for $7.30 on Amazon. The Amazon price is what it is as of March 4th. Because that's today. It is on sale for $7.30, and then on Barnes & Noble it is $12.99. So that is the stats on this book. I was able to pick up the I have Love Light Farms. These are the rest of the books in the Love Light Farms series. I was able to find all of them, which is super duper duper fun. The first one here is, I'm just peeling off the stickers as we go. It's also really fun because on these stickers you can see when they were brought to the store. Like that first one was brought in January 18th. This one was brought in February 2nd. Then we've got February 16th, January 14th. So interesting. But we've got In the Weeds, which is, I think, book 2, possibly. One of the books in the series. I don't know the exact order. Or wait, it would be the spring one. Yeah. I think this is spring, then Mixed Signal, or this might be the summer one. And that does not matter. Mixed Signals. For Mixed Signals, paid $7.64 at Half Price Books. Then it was $11.85 currently on Amazon, and then this book is $17 if you want to get it at Barnes & Noble. So, significant savings! Then we have Mixed Signals, which I also paid $7.64 for at Half Price Books, and this one is $11.85 on Amazon, so like a couple of cents more expensive, and also $17 at Barnes & Noble. What's really crazy though is seeing the price difference between this book. This one came out 2022. This book came out in 2024, and it's like multiple dollars more expensive. Like it went from, paperbacks went from $17 to $19 within that time. But business casual, because this is a little bit newer, this one was slightly more expensive at $8.54, which I feel like getting a book for under 10 bucks in this economy is wild. This book is $13 on Amazon, and then if you were to pick this one up at Barnes, it's a whopping $19 for a paperback. Crazy. Next, we got one hardcover book in this experiment, and this book was actually recommended to me by my friend Andrea for forever ago. This one's been at the store for a while, since August of last year. Well, it finally found a home with me, and that is Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austin. And as the hardcover book, I did pay $11.70 for this at Half Price Books. This book is $16.75 on Amazon for the hardcover. Then the hardcover version of this at Barnes & Noble will be $27. So I paid way less than half. Now this book I got because Kayla from Books and Lala, she has hyped this book up to no end. I don't know how much I'm gonna like it, but it is a signed copy, which is really random. Signed copy. And I got this, it's Elementary by Elsie Bryant, the Target version. This I got for $6.29 for a signed book. I don't care how popular it is. A signed book for $6, crazy. Then this book on Amazon is currently $12, and it is $19 at Barnes & Noble. Another situation where this happened, I have the first book in this series out on a limb, and I was able to pick up both Next of Kin and Next to You. I don't know what order they particularly go in. It's always funny. I like to see if books that are like in the same family were brought to the store at the same time, if they're like from the same person's collection. But these were, I don't even know if that number is like date is when they were brought to the store, but I like assume it's when they were put out at least. Start with this one, which is Next to You. I paid $7.64 for Next to You. It is $12.51 on Amazon right now, and it is $17 at Barnes & Noble. And then we do have Next of Kin, which I paid also $7.64 for. It is $12.01 on Amazon, which is so weird. And then $17 at Barnes & Noble. The next book, my friend Emily really hyped up and kept telling me, oh my god, you gotta read this. This just went out on the shelves yesterday. The date on the sticker is yesterday. And that is In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros, who is, I believe, the Fourth Wing Lady. A Fourth Wing Lady. This I paid again, $7.64, very popular price. This book is currently $9.69 on Amazon, but a whopping $16.99 at Barnes & Noble. The next book I picked up is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This is like a dystopian sci-fi book. I'm trying to dabble into some different genres. Dark Matter, I paid $8.09 for this. It is $9.16 on Amazon, and it is $18 at Barnes & Noble. Then another thing happened that I'm so excited about. I read Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca around Halloween time, and I was like, what else has she, like, written? And she's written this series, and they had all of the books. Typically, I don't know what order they go in, but typically when I go, they only ever have like books 2 and 3, book 4, book 2 and 4. They never have the first book. And when I saw it, I was originally just gonna get the first one, and I told Chris about it. I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, well, you're just gonna get them all, right? And I was like, correct answer, sweetie, correct answer. Correct answer. I think Well Met is the first book. That's all I know. That's all I have for you. Well Matched. We got this guy in a kilt. This one I paid $7.19 for. It's $12.29 on Amazon, and it is $16 at Barnes & Noble. Then Well Played. This one I paid $6.74 for. It is $14.88 on Amazon and $16 at Barnes & Noble. Well Traveled. I paid $7.64 for, and it is $10.29 at Amazon and $17 on Barnes & Noble. And then finally, Well Met. This one was way cheaper for some reason, the first book. I only paid $5.84 for this book, which is crazy. It's $10.54 on Amazon, and then it is $17 at Barnes & Noble. 3 more books. The next book is really exciting. I read Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings, and now I want to read like every book she's ever written because I loved it so much. So I found A Brush with Love, and I paid $7.64 for it. It is $9.69 on Amazon and $16.99 on Barnes & Noble. Then I did pick up another Alyssa Cole book. I've read One of Us Knows by her, and that book has horrible reviews. I really loved it, if I'm being honest with you. I gave it 4 stars. My friend that I buddy read it with gave it 5 stars. This book also doesn't have stellar reviews, but like, I want to read it because I really liked the other book I read by her. And this is When No One Is Watching. I paid $7.64. It is $9.21 on Amazon, and it is $16.99 at Barnes & Noble. And then my final pickup for this video was Greenwich Park. This has been on my like want to read for literally years now. I haven't gotten around to it. I paid $8.10. This one is $11.49 on Amazon and $17.99 at Barnes & Noble. So, what does this mean? Today, I spent a grand total on 17 books, $128.55, which averages a little bit more than $7 per book, which like, that's craziness. If I was to have picked all of these exact same books, exact same like paperback versus hardcover on Amazon, it would have been $193.95, which is equal to about a 34% savings. And this is gonna blow your minds. Take a seat, get ready for it. If I would have bought these 17 books at Barnes & Noble, it would have been just shy of $300. Can you believe that? It would have been $299.94 after tax, well over 300 bucks. And that, my friends, equals a 58% savings, almost a 60% savings by getting these books secondhand. And like, there's literally not a single thing, like not a single issue, nothing. No issue, literally looks brand spanking new. I am so excited about all my things that I've picked up. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think I got some steals and deals? Do you go book thrifting? Where are somewhere you go? I think a lot of people do go to the thrift store, which makes perfect sense. However, I do think that because where I live, there are so many half-price books that you can take your books and sell them. Our thrift stores tend to have mainly really beat up copies that like a store wouldn't, like half-price books wouldn't take, mass market paperbacks, or just like really low rated books. So I think because of half-price books, we don't have as strong of a thrift store, like a traditional thrift store game. Like I don't go to the Goodwill and see many good books. But what do? Do you buy books from Facebook Marketplace? You buy them off of friends, Pango? Let me know down below how you get your books secondhand. And if you would like to see another installment of this, I could maybe do this quarterly. Would that be fun? I did one, I think, in like November, I think is when I filmed the first one. But I would be more than willing to do this again. I had an absolute blast. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for following along. Subscribe if you haven't, because last video I posted of this, most of you weren't subscribed. And I do post 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And I am just so grateful to have you here. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!